All right, Tomb Finance. So you might have heard a lot about this. If you haven't, I'm going to do a quick description of what Tomb Finance is, and then we're going to do a full tutorial on how you can get your money into Tomb Finance. There are some tricky steps, so I'm going to make sure to walk through everything for you. But first, let's start off with a quick introduction. So Tomb Finance is a DeFi protocol on the Phantom Opera blockchain. And what it aims to do is it aims to be an algorithmic stablecoin, which is pegged 1-to-1 with Phantom. So for every tomb, it should be worth about one Phantom. You can see right now, one tomb is worth 1.0977 Phantom. And the reason this is a useful thing to have on the Phantom network is because Phantom uses proof of stake, which means that the majority of the Phantom on the network is currently locked up and being staked, which means that there's a liquidity problem. There's not enough Phantom to go around the blockchain because it's all locked up. So what Tomb tries to do is be pegged to Phantom, but be extremely liquid so people can interact and exchange on the blockchain without worrying about having liquidity issues. There's a lot more that goes into it. I would recommend reading the docs if you're interested and if you're going to take part in this strategy, but that's just a quick introduction to serve as kind of a starting off point for you on your research. Definitely recommend looking into T-share and T-bonding more in the docs. Okay, so you have a quick introduction of what Tomb Finance is. Now we're going to walk through exactly how to get your money into Tomb Finance and getting you these huge APYs that it can offer. All right, so now that you know a little bit about Tomb Finance, we're going to go through these steps together and get our money onto Tomb Finance and start making that APY. So I'm going to cover the KuCoin route in this tutorial. You can do a lot of this on Coinbase or other exchanges, but it's just slightly different and not as easy as it is on KuCoin. So keep that in mind, but you can do it on most other exchanges. I'm just going to be doing it on KuCoin because it sometimes is the easiest. So I'm going to do a quick walk through these steps. So first thing we need to do is get Phantom on KuCoin. Once we have it on KuCoin, we need to withdraw it to the Phantom network. Now there's two routes that you can use. One is the easiest. So this part A right here would be the preferred route if possible. You can withdraw from KuCoin directly to the Phantom network if it's available. All we have to do is get Phantom and select the Phantom network when we're withdrawing, and then we just withdraw it to our MetaMask account and it will show up directly on the Phantom network. Now this is often not available, and in fact at this moment that I'm recording, this option is unavailable, but in the future it might be available for you, so just keep that in mind and we'll walk through how to do this if it is available. Option B right here is a little bit more roundabout, takes a little bit more time, but this is going to work for you no matter what, even if KuCoin currently has the Phantom network withdraws disabled. So with part B right here, what you have to do is we have to get AVAX. So whatever current cryptocurrency you have on KuCoin, you want to convert it to AVAX and then withdraw it to the Avalanche network. You can withdraw it directly to the Avalanche network from KuCoin. As soon as we have AVAX on Avalanche, we want to convert it to USDT on Trader Joe, and then we will use the Spirit Swap bridge to get to our USDT to Phantom. The nice thing about this bridge is they give you a little bit of Phantom on the other side so your money doesn't get stuck there. As soon as we have bridged our USDT to Phantom, we can then use the small bit of Phantom that Spirit Swap gives us to convert all of it to Phantom, just so we have plenty of gas and we're not going to run out in the future. So those are kind of the two pathways that we can use to get money onto the Phantom network. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to do strategy B, but I will show you quickly how to do A if it's available to you. So let's head over to KuCoin. I'm assuming you already have an account in KuCoin. If you don't, you're going to need to go through the process of setting one up, which involves doing KYC, uploading your driver's license, and uploading a picture of you, a selfie, all that sort of stuff. As soon as you're done with that, come back to the video and we're going to start off together at this point. Okay, so you've created a KuCoin account, you've KYC'd, everything looks good. You're going to come up here and you're going to purchase crypto. So there's three ways you can use: a credit card or one of these third-party services, or a direct bank transfer. So it's up to you. This is pretty straightforward. What you're going to want to do before you buy crypto though is come and click on your main account. So come up here to assets, click on main account, and then search for Phantom. Then you're going to want to click on withdraw from the Phantom on the Phantom coin, and then come down here to this networks tab and click please select network. So if this option is available for you, the one that says sorry, this service is currently unavailable, if this is available, that means you can use option A right here, which is much easier, and I would recommend doing it this way. So if this option is available for you, all you'd have to do is come up here and purchase Phantom, okay? And you actually can't buy Phantom directly with a lot of these options, so you'd want to purchase USDT. Once you have USDT, you would come to your main account and you would see your USDT in your main account right here. You would then click transfer and transfer from your main account to your trading account. And you can click right here or type in the amount you want to transfer. As soon as that's been transferred, you'll come over here to your trading account and you'll see your USDT right here. At this point, you would want to come down to Phantom. You could type it in up here if it's not on the list, and you'd click trade. And then you'd come up and you'd select the Phantom USDT option. That would open up this trading portal, and you would come down here. This might say, input trading password. These buttons might not appear. You'd have to click your trading password, set up a little trading pin, and then these buttons will appear for you. Then you can click market, and then you can purchase Phantom. So in my case, I could trade my 92 USDT for Phantom. But I'm not going to do that because the option to withdraw directly to the Phantom network is not available for us currently, so this wouldn't work. But if that option that I showed you previously was available, you could just swap directly from USDT to Phantom, and then you'd come back here to your trading account, and you would take your Phantom. So you'd have Phantom here, you'd transfer it back to your main account, and then you would have Phantom over here in your main account, and all you'd have to do is click withdraw, put in your wallet address from MetaMask, select the Phantom network, select how much you want to withdraw, and confirm it. After that, you would have Phantom on the Phantom network and you would be done. But in our case, we can't do this. So what I'm going to do instead is route B. So I'm first going to convert my USDT to AVAX. So this says FTM to AVAX, but I currently have USDT to AVAX. So if you had Phantom, you'd have to do Phantom to USDT, then to AVAX. But in our case, we already have USDT, so I'm just going to go straight from USDT to AVAX. Okay, so let's go back to KuCoin and do that right now. I'm looking in my trading account, and now I have to trade this USDT for AVAX. So I'm going to type in AVAX up here and click trade, and then USDT. I'm going to come down here to the buy section, and I'm going to click 100%. So first I'm going to click the market and then click 100%, which will convert all my USDT to AVAX, and then I'll just click buy. It makes that little ringing noise, and then you come back to your trading account on KuCoin. Now I should see that I have AVAX right here. At this point, I need to transfer it back to my main account in order to get it off KuCoin. So I'm going to do all of my available AVAX. I then come over back to my main account and I click on withdraw. Now this is an important step. Make sure not to mess this up. So you want to come put your wallet address right here. I'm going to do that now. So I'm opening up my wallet and copying my account address. Now I'm opening back up KuCoin, putting that wallet address right here. And then this is important. You want to make sure you select the C chain here. Okay. So the C chain it's very important that you select that and not the other AVAX network. Okay. Now I'm going to select max and click confirm. Okay. So I've just withdrawn my AVAX onto the Avalanche C chain network. At this point, I will not have any AVAX as soon as that transaction confirms, but if I was to look in my AVAX wallet, I would see the tokens in my MetaMask. Okay, At this point, we can see that I no longer have any AVAX because I've transferred it off of KuCoin into my MetaMask. So if I open up my MetaMask, I can see that I have 1.1362 AVAX. This is great. So what step are we on right here? Well, we're still on step 2. We just completed part B, portion 2. So we converted our USDT to AVAX and we withdrew that to the Avalanche network. Now we need to convert our AVAX to USDT on Trader Joe because SpiritSwap does not support bridging AVAX over to the Phantom network. So I'm going to go open Trader Joe over here. And I'm going to open the app, click trade, and then I want to convert my AVAX over to USDT. So I'm going to leave a tiny bit of AVAX on this wallet in order for me to pay for some gas fees. So in this case, I'm just going to do 1, even though I have 1.13621 available. So I'm going to swap for USDT, and I'll just click confirm swap, and then confirm on MetaMask, wait for that transaction to finish pending. As soon as it finishes pending, we're going to take this USDT over to SpiritSwap and bridge it to the Phantom network. Cool. As you can see, we just swapped and it successfully swapped for USDT. So we're going to go over to SpiritSwap now. On SpiritSwap, you want to click on this bridge right here, and you can select the Avalanche for the from chain and Phantom for the to chain. Then we want to select our currency, which is USDT, and I'm going to do the maximum amount. I then need to approve my USDT, confirm that transaction, and wait for it to finish pending. The transaction has finished pending, so now I'm going to bridge my token over to the Phantom network. It's important to notice, if you scroll down just a little bit, you'll see if this is your first time bridging to Phantom, you will receive 0.4 Phantom from our faucet to your wallet in a few minutes. This is very important because if you had USDT on the Phantom network without any Phantom, you would be unable to do anything with that because you'd have no Phantom to pay for gas fees. So it's very important that we use SpiritSwap so we get this free 0.4 Phantom, and it's important that we immediately use this Phantom to convert some of our USDT to Phantom so we don't run out of gas and get stuck on the network. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. We'll bridge over the token, we'll confirm in MetaMask, and we'll wait for that transaction to be submitted. It can take, a few minutes for this transaction to be complete, but eventually we will see the Phantom token, the USDT token on our Phantom network wallet. That transaction went through, and I opened up my MetaMask, switched to the Phantom Opera mainnet. If you don't have Phantom Opera as an option in this networks list, you can just connect your wallet to SpiritSwap, and it should automatically prompt you to add that network to MetaMask. We can see that I have my Phantom right here, and I also have my USDT token. I would just need to import it right here with the address from the Phantom network. But I'm not going to do that because I immediately want to switch that USDT to Phantom. Just so I don't get stuck here. If I accidentally use this Phantom, I would have no Phantom and I would kind of be stuck. So now that we have our Phantom and our USDT, we come over to the exchange portion of SpiritSwap, and we can select USDT from this list. And you can see I have 83.32 of FUSDT. And then I immediately want to swap it for Phantom. And let's just do 100% of it. We'll approve it. And once it's been approved, we'll swap. As you can see, the gas fees are very cheap on Phantom, which is one of the reasons why I like this network so much. So we'll click confirm there, and we'll wait for our transaction to finish pending. At the end of this, we will be left with nothing but Phantom in our wallet, and we want to make sure that we never drop below a certain amount of Phantom. Usually, it's safe to have, 0.3, 0.4 amount of Phantom in your wallet, but just make sure you don't ever swap all your Phantom, or else you'll run out and you won't have enough to pay for gas. Cool, so let's head back to our outline here and see what step we're on. So we've purchased Phantom on KuCoin. We wanted to withdraw it directly to the Phantom network, but currently KuCoin's withdrawals were disabled. So instead, we did a little bit more roundabout method of first converting it to AVAX, withdrawing it to the AVAX C chain, converting it to USDT, and then bridging it over to Phantom using SpiritSwap. We then swapped our USDT to Phantom. What we need to do now is we need to go provide liquidity on SpookySwap for the Phantom T-Share pool in order to receive the Phantom T-Share LP token, which we can then deposit into Grim for auto compounding rewards. So let's go do that now. I'll go to Grim Finance. Let's do get started and enter the app. Connect our wallet, and then over here on platform we'll just type in Toom, and we can see that they support a number of Toom related vaults, but the one we want to do is this Toom T-Share down here for 6.63 thousand APY. They make it really easy. They have a button that just says add liquidity right here. We can click that button and it will take us directly to the correct pool that we would want to deposit into in order to get those LP tokens. So before we can do this, however, we have to swap half of our Phantom for T-Share. So let's open up the swap section of SpookySwap and let's go ahead and swap some of our Phantom. Remember, not all of it, because we need some left over in order to pay for gas. So I'm going to go ahead and swap half of it. So let's calculate how much we need to swap for T-Share. So I'll pull out my calculator here, and let's say I want to, okay, so I currently have 57.5, so I'm just gonna leave 0.5 for gas fees. Actually, I'll be safe, I'll just leave 1.5 for gas fees. So I'm gonna do 56 total that I wanna swap, and I wanna just swap half of that. So I'm gonna do 56 divided by 2. So I wanna swap 28 of my Phantom for T-Share. So I can come down here, I can hit T-Share, select T-Share, and then just do 26 right here, because that's, 28, because that's the amount of Phantom I want to swap. Cool. So I'll connect my wallet. And I'll go ahead and make this swap. All right, now we can see that my Phantom in my wallet has been reduced. So now I want to come over to this tab, which I had the correct pool open. I got to this by just going to Grim Finance, looking for Toom, coming down to the T-Share Phantom LP and clicking this add liquidity button right here, which opens up the correct pool you want to deposit into on SpookySwap. Then I'm just going to come down and I'm going to click this max right here. Make sure you don't click your Phantom max, because you want to have Phantom left over in order to pay for gas fees. So I'm going to do approve T-Share. Come down here, click confirm, wait for that. As soon as that's been approved, I may need to refresh the page. With a lot of these DeFi apps, they don't update super well, so you need to refresh the page. So hopefully, let's click max again on T-Share. Now it says supply instead of approve. So that's a gotcha right there. Just make sure you refresh the page if you see something inconsistent in the UI. I'm gonna click supply and confirm. And wait for that to go through. And that went through. So you can see I'm left over with 1.5 Phantom. I want to make sure I keep this so I can pay for gas. And now I have this Phantom T-Share LP token. Okay, so I come back to this T-Share Phantom LP, click on that to expand it, and then I can see my balance that's in my wallet, and I just want to do the maximum amount, which is 0.25 T-Share Phantom LP. I just click approve there, confirm. And then as soon as it's done approving, I just click deposit. And you can click deposit all actually, might as well. All right, confirm that. And we're in. So as soon as this transaction goes through, we will see that our deposited amount right here updates, and we might have to just refresh the page if the transaction is complete. So the transaction is complete. I'm just going to refresh the page, and we should see that we've deposited into this vault right here. And as you can see, now it says that we have deposited $81 into this T-Share Phantom LP. And that's all we have to do. So that was our final step. If I refresh the page just to update my wallet balance, you can see that I no longer have anything in my wallet, but I have it deposited into this vault. And now I am taking advantage of this high APY, and I can get these rewards auto compounded daily. So that's all I have to do. Now I just sit there and we can see our last step is to just profit. So hang out in this vault for a little while, get your rewards, and you can withdraw them when you want to. Keep in mind that there is a 0.1% withdrawal fee on this Tomb Phantom, on the T-Share Phantom LP pool. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so let's go over one more time what we did. We purchased Phantom on KuCoin. We wanted to go with plan A right here and withdraw it directly to the Phantom network, but currently at the time of recording, KuCoin had Phantom network withdrawals disabled. So we had to go to plan B. What we did was we converted our Phantom to AVAX, and then we withdrew it to the Avalanche C network. We then converted that AVAX to USDT on Trader Joe and bridged it to the Phantom network using SpiritSwap. We were also given 0.4 Phantom for free because we used the SpiritSwap bridge, which allowed us to pay for gas fees to convert this USDT back to Phantom on the Phantom network. We then went to SpookySwap and we traded half of our Phantom that we wanted to deposit into T-Share, and then we deposited Phantom and T-Share into the Phantom T-Share pool. This gave us back a Phantom T-Share LP token. Then we just took that Phantom T-Share LP token and deposit it into Grim Finance for auto compounding rewards. Step 5 is easy. You just let it sit there and profit. Hopefully you learned a little bit about Tomb Finance in this video and were able to successfully get your money onto the Phantom network and deposit it into these Grim auto compounding vaults. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, please leave them down below. I know these steps can get somewhat complicated and they might not work perfectly for you every time. You may also be using a different exchange, which can complicate things as well. So if you need help, let me know and I'll do my best to help you get your Phantom onto the Phantom network. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this video and like the video. I'll be making more tutorials like this in the future, and I will also be talking about some interesting investment opportunities that I come across in the crypto space. So make sure to subscribe and like the video. Thanks for watching.